Good morning. It's always good to be home at AMDA. I say that every year when I come here, and the words always have meaning for me. 2 months ago, we were eagerly planning on another AMDA annual meeting, anticipating how we will review those old AMDA friendships, learn how to be better clinicians, and have those therapeutic conversations with the only people on the planet who know exactly what our world is like. What a difference a pandemic makes, huh? These same past few months, I have been involved in a labor of love. I have a treasure trove of more than 400 letters written by my father to his mother during his service in World War II. I've been transcribing them, and it has been a transformative experience. Reading them is like visiting a foreign country which looks strangely familiar at every turn. At this stage in my transcriptions, early 1944, Dad and his fellow Air Cadets are currently in training at Lubbock Army Flying School in Lubbock, Texas, to be U.S. Army Air Force's pilots. The U.S. Army Air Force did not become the U.S. Air Force of today until 1947. His view of being part of the colossal catastrophe of World War II, of being a 20-year-old with his buddies experiencing this, is fascinating. What he thought and felt before my mother, before me, or before the forces of life that shaped him before I came to know him, is an amazing insight. What I've learned thus far is that these young, mostly small town and rural boys had a vision. It was nothing less than they wanted to change and shape America and the world. They weren't sure just exactly what it would look like, but it would be for the better. They knew that. The word stewardship came to mind for me as I read the letters. The Oxford Dictionary defines stewardship as, quote, the job of supervising or taking care of something, end quote. History shows us that those dreamers did indeed take care of something as part of the greatest generation, as Tom Brokaw so aptly named them. Getting to know these kids, and they were kids, through my father's letters has been transformational. Seeing the manner in which they did change the world through their stewardship has prompted a challenge to me. What is my personal stewardship mission? Finally, my answer was to make the post-acute and long-term care space safer, more compassionate, more evidence-based, and built around the needs of that PALTC population. Like those young dreamers, I'm not sure precisely what it will look like. Well, I know it when I get there. I know it will be better. I choose to do this with stewardship through AMDA and the AMDA Foundation. In my March column in Caring, I extended that same challenge to you. Where will your personal stewardship mission take you? Since I asked that of you, an answer has emerged from Wuhan, China, in the form of COVID-19. As it spread across the globe, it has selectively sought out for harm the most aged and susceptible, our special charges. You have always cared for the most vulnerable population ever known to medicine and done so in perpetually challenging circumstances and for reimbursement far below the value that you bring. Now you are being asked to perform these same demanding services in an environment that puts you at personal risk. But you still soldier on. The entire interdisciplinary team, physicians, nurse practitioners, physician's assistants, pharmacists, nurses, psychologists, therapists, discharge planners, unit secretaries, nursing aides, and all others who provide that care and share those risks have taken what you all do to a new level of excellence. Each of you go to work daily with inadequate personal protective equipment into what many have considered a war zone. To compound our frustration, there is the example of the Life Care Skilled Facility in Kirkland, Washington State, the initial focus of the skilled nursing facility COVID-19 outbreak and multiple resident deaths. CMS performed a focused inspection into the causes of the outbreak and how it was handled in a scenario of a virus never before seen on the planet. Instead of enhanced training for a novel virus, free access to COVID-19 testing, and backing up a truck of personal protective equipment, all of which was desperately needed, the facility was instead given 3 immediate jeopardy citations. One, because there was no backup plan when the medical director became ill with coronavirus himself, as I understand. The greatest generation has always held my admiration. In this cadre, I've always seen the passion, courage, and stewardship I define as greatness. The Foundation and I have always seen each of you as our reason for existence. Now we see in your service in these troubled times reminiscence of that World War II generation I so admire. The mission of your foundation has always been about the AMDA membership. First, to supply you with the clinical partners and ID team members to allow you to provide the level of quality care to our patients that you desire. And second, to show the payers as well as patients, families, and the general public the value that you bring. Your actions thus far and those you will exhibit during the COVID-19 crisis only further inspire your foundation to fulfill our mission. The chaos of COVID-19 has created challenges for everyone. We will do our part for your support. As part of the work of your foundation, we have invested in you. Examples you will see and hear at the upcoming virtual annual meeting include: 1, your foundation is sponsoring the annual meeting general session opening speaker on Friday and the closing general session speaker on Sunday. Second, futures will go forward. Those clinicians selected will attend the Thursday through Sunday educational presentations this week, just as you will. Their usual single day of training will be broken up into quarterly recorded sessions that can be accessed at their convenience over the course of the year. 3, the Dodd Pattee Medical Director of the Year selections and quality awards will be presented via recorded introductions and acceptances. All will be recognized visually at the next AMDA annual meeting. 4, all Wall of Caring contributions this year will be donated to frontline PALTC workers and needed personal protective equipment. So I encourage you all, be generous. 5, I am really excited to announce that the major gift from your foundation this year will be to the creation of an advanced payment model, APM, specifically for the post-acute and long-term care environment. AMDA, along with Leading Age and the American Healthcare Association, have joined to develop an alternative payment model that would allow PALTC physicians, nurse practitioners, and physician assistants to work with their facilities to provide medically necessary and appropriate care that will reduce hospital readmissions and other cost-saving benefits. A portion of the savings is shared with CMS, but with a significant amount given to the physician practice and the facility in which they work. Participating in an APM also allows physicians, NPs, and PAs to other benefits. First, to avoid penalties associated with failure to comply with the Merit-Based Incentive Payment System, or MIPS, that is actually not designed for our clinical practice, and earn a 5% lump sum bonus of all Medicare dollars, in addition to the shared savings portion. The price tag for AMDA to participate in this project is $27,000. The foundation has already given more than half of this and has pledged to raise the remainder. At least one state chapter and some individuals have also pledged dollars to this end. Value-based payment is our opportunity to control our own fate as we have often wished. This chance will only come once. Your foundation is all in for you on this. Please be all in with us. Whether you want to support the frontline ID team members pummeled by the COVID-19 pandemic or invest in your future PALTC reimbursements, this is the year to be all in. Despite the financial challenges facing us, I ask you all to be stewards of your future and donors to the foundation. Now, please enjoy the most unique annual meeting in AMDA's history. Good morning.